Hey Shakti, how are you, man? Good, 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 good. Doing good. Okay, so are we good to start? Great, let's start then. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to Quick Brain, the Minimalist. I'm your host, Rudra, and it's time of the week where we talk about learning, learning being simpler and smarter and effective ways of doing it. And it's Thursday, 5:30. I am on DC Live, where we care, we share, and we are on air. Okay, what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about something very fundamental, very basic, but professionally very important. And personally, it's even more important. And we're going to talk about train your brain to develop better habits. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about train your brain to develop better habits. That's what we're going to do. Let's talk about why do we have to do this? We often feel stuck in routines. It really doesn't help us. That doesn't serve us much. Okay. Now imagine you're stuck with a good habit. It feels like a superpower, while bad ones are like your invisible weights that slows you down. Today, we will simplify how the brain works with habits and give you a clear path to build better ones, because learning is a habit. And if you need to develop this, you need to train your brain. So let's start at the beginning. Let's understand a bit, why do we form habits? Okay. Why does habit sets in? The origins of habit. Now, habits get wired, and at some point of time, it becomes so very intricate with you. It makes it look like it's wired to survive, correct? Because you need those habits for you to survive. Now, your brain is incredibly efficient. It's constantly looking for ways to automate routine actions so it can save energy for complex problem solving. That's how it works. That's why we form habits. Okay. And you reach a stage where you start doing things subconsciously. Okay. And these are your shortcuts. The way the brain attempts to do that is your shortcuts, a way to get through your day without consciously having to decide every single action, every single thing that you do in a day. Let's look at why does it happen. Let's understand the why and the how. We form habits because our brain is designed to seek efficiency. The how is very important. How is through repetition, meaning associating certain cues with specific behaviors and a reward. That is what this particular way the habit gets onto you. Now, these both are internal. Now, let's look at some external influences. Think about the modern office or our current situation that you're going through. We're currently surrounded by external factors like at your workplace itself, notifications, social cues, even the way your desk is positioned, that can easily steer us towards unconscious habits, either good or bad. For example, a phone sitting on your desk might be an external factor that encourages the habit of checking it constantly. So you have your phone next to you, you keep checking what's happening. So that is how a habit is formed. The takeaway for this, from this two things that we spoke about, the why, how, and the external influences. Habits aren't flaws. They're not your shortcomings. They're your brain's attempt, the way it manages your energy, the thinking, and the efficiency of your brain. Okay. Now that's where it forms into a habit. Now next, we're going to talk about how does this work inside the loop. Meaning, now that we know why we have habits, let's look at the mechanism, the habit loop, and how to gain control inside the habit loop. There are three things that happens in a habit loop. There are triggers, actions, and rewards. Now, I repeat those words: triggers, actions, and rewards. A habit is a three-part process, as I said. A trigger is the cue that starts the process. In the office, maybe seeing an unread notification is your trigger that leads you to immediately open it, read, and you get new information from it. That is a reward. Now, if you want to change this routine, that you do not want to jump onto an email immediately, you must first recognize the trigger, which is, was that notification that triggered you to open that email on your phone or on your laptop? Or was the sound of something that made you get into the action of it? So that's the trigger. Next is the reward. What did you get out of it? The stronger the perceived reward, it's going to take some time and effort for you to get out of that habit. Okay. The stronger the perceived reward, the stronger the habit loop becomes. Because the moment you read a notification, say for instance, we get notifications every morning from DC Live. Okay, you see that notification in the morning, and then you open it and you see that, okay, these are the shows that I'm going to listen to today, and that's a motivation for you, and that's the reward you're getting. For you not to read that email is difficult because you believe that that email has something for you. That's what I'm talking about. So that's a habit. Now, if you do not read that, you lose out on something, right? You lose out on an information on that email or whatever. Now, being aware what you're not getting as a reward is the antidote to willpower. You are so habituated, the moment you have a trigger, the mind thinks about a reward and you immediately start doing something. What you need to do is, it's okay to let go of something, pause and observe the loop. You need to break that loop. Now, you know what's the trigger, what's the reward, and being aware of breaking that loop is the antidote to it. This is how the process of habit loop is. Second, the habit loop. Now we're going to talk about something interesting. How do you step out of the loop? Okay, I've told that we need to step out of the loop or stop the loop. Now, how do you step out of the loop? Once you see the loop, you can step out of it. And don't judge yourself, or maybe you're not able to do it the first time. It is okay. Just be aware that this is the loop and this is where you need to stop to the loop. Okay. Now, three things are very important here. Building awareness to change that habit, recognize the negative impact, learn strategies to unwind unhealthy habits. Okay, now let's look at it. One habit is procrastination, right? I'm going to explain this with an example of procrastination. What people talk about procrastination. What is procrastination? Procrastination is about delaying things, okay? Now, the trigger for this is an overwhelming task. Now, what you do is, when you have something that you have to do and you feel that this is overwhelming, you stop there. You just do not go further. Okay. Now, immediately what you do is, when you have an overwhelming task, the routine for you is to go check and work on smaller things that possibly gives you satisfaction that you're working on something, but that may not be very important. Or you just go to the social media and just scroll. Now, you lose time there. And after you lose the time, there's a negative impact about it, that it builds your stress and you lost the time to work on this. But what you need to do is, the moment you feel that you're not getting onto the task, which is very, very important, you need to stop yourself and start not going towards the smaller tasks that you usually would work. So that's how you stop yourself from breaking that loop. Now, after that, you have gotten into the habit that you will continue working on this. Now, what your strategy here is to ensure that the loop is diverted elsewhere. Okay. That is the routine that you wanted to work on. For instance, if the trigger is feeling stressed, the new routine could be taking just stop there, take 3 deep breaths, and then go ahead and start working on it. That's how you start putting positive into it. Now we have also broken down what you're supposed to break. Now let's focus on building the good. This is about being smart and being kind to yourself, building better habits. The key to building productive habits is people always say this, right? So habits are with self-control. Absolutely not true. It's about using your brain's natural tendencies. Self-control mostly is about even you want to do something, you're telling your brain, stop it. No, that's not what we're trying to attempt here. We're trying to work with your brain in the way your brain likes. Okay. Use curiosity to beat gratifications, right? So what is gratification? Gratification is about getting to do something an experience of feeling accomplishing something or getting something, a desire is fulfilled. That's gratification. So use that, whatever you do that helps you to get better with things that gives you that sense of achieving something. It's very, very important. Okay. Kindness. All right. So just be nice to yourself. It's very, very important that you're very nice to yourself. All right. It's okay that you're not got it right the first time. Don't be too harsh. Tell yourself that's fine. We can move on. Treat yourself with the same encouraging patience you would treat a friend of yours who's struggling to change something. Treat yourself that way. And building new healthy habits is very, very important. Okay. You want to start exercising. You want to do, reading your emails, not missing your emails. The habit is about repetition. That's very, very important. Okay. Now, it is also not about, getting it right all the times you do. It is about the consistency, that how many times have you attempted to break a habit and get a good habit cultivated. That's the consistency. That's very, very important. I'm going to give you an action plan for the next 1 week. Choose one habit you want to change or start. Now think about, identify what is the specific trigger that helps you do a particular, a habit that you're continuing and you want to change. Very simple, basic things that you do, which will help you get better with that. Great. The key things: start small, be kind to yourself, be consistent with whatever you do. That's how you train your brain for a better professional and personal life. Thank you, people. That's all I had for this episode of Kwik Brain. Join us next Thursday at 5:30 p.m. for more on how to learn faster, learn better. Until then, keep those minds open and keep the habits sharp. This is Rudra signing off from DC Live, where we care, we share, and we are on air. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Rudra.
Thank you.
I think we should have notification for the task also.
Right, isn't it?
So now our brain, everything become once only if the pop-up message comes, we'll turn over to it.
Exactly, right.
And something should pop up either in the screen or either in the brain. So without an alert, without a notification, we become like a robot. Like no, we will not react for anything. Like
See, that is the point, right? So sometimes you become so habituated, you just either you do this or you don't, you do the other way around. Now,
yes,
how do you find a balance? That's why, I thought, let me talk about this, right? And most of us are preparing ourselves for the New Year resolutions, right? Next 1 month from now, we will be there,
see,
right?
please don't remind me about the New Year resolution.
Yeah.
So if it is like I've crossed more than 30 years, means I know how many resolutions I've taken and how many I've followed. I know that. Yeah. But still, taking a resolution is a big resolution for New Year. Right?
Correct. See, you don't really need time to change anything. You just need the right mind to change something. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Right.
Yesterday also there was a thought which was written on Chennai board. So see, I mean, like successes are not the people who did not met the failure. So the real successor who met the failure. So you set up a goal, you fail, no problem. It doesn't mean that all the goals should end in success. Like at least you're trying and you're training yourself to move next step forward itself a big thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Thanks.
Great. Okay. Perfect. And thanks for having me, Srilekha. Always happy to be here.
Okay.
So let's catch up next time, and then we'll pick up on another show then. Yeah. Thank you.
From next week, definitely people going to like maybe missing you or maybe happy with the newcomers. How we're going to see that's from the December 1st. So we're going to have a lot more. I mean, like hosts from Detach team. Happy to have them on live. So we'll see how they are.
Gosh. Great.
Thanks, Rudra.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.